So what are the different forms of energy? There are different forms of energy, and energy that is stored is called potential energy. So potential energy is the broader term, right? And then the narrower terms are the different forms of potential energy. So they can be chemical energy, which is found in food, and then gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy. Now, kinetic energy, light, thermal energy, heat, sound, and electrical energy are some other forms of energy. All right, so what is chemical energy? This sort of energy is stored in food, fuels, and inside electric cells. Okay, so for example, what are electric cells? For example, your AC remote is going to have batteries. So those batteries in remotes, for example, TV remotes or AC remotes will have chemical energy. Fuel also has chemical energy. What sort of fuel? Maybe like petrol, diesel, gas. This kind of fuel will have chemical energy. And of course, food is the main thing, the food that we consume. This will also have chemical energy. It is released as other forms of energy during chemical reactions. Now, if you can see over here, chemical energy is stored in fuel. How is it released? You can see that it's released in the form of heat and light when this fuel burns. In food, chemical energy is stored in food and is released during respiration. So, respiration is commonly perceived to be breathing, right? It's not breathing. Respiration would be breaking down food to release energy. Okay? And this happens in the cells of organisms. Lastly, you can see that there are batteries. Chemical energy stored in an electric cell is released in the form of electrical energy when the electric cell is connected in an electrical circuit and chemical reactions take place inside it. So you can see that this circuit that's being made has electrical energy in it, and this chemical energy is being formed into electrical energy. So review questions. Question number 1, what is energy? What do living and non-living things need energy for? So you will say that energy is simply the ability to do work. And what do living and non-living things need energy for? So living things will need energy for in order to do the life processes, in order to move, in order to look for food, in order to respire. The heart pumps blood throughout the body. This will require energy. So breathing will require energy. And non-living things will not be able to operate without energy. For example, batteries, cars, and other things, electrical stoves, gas stove, anything like that will not be able to operate without energy. So in order to do all of these things, you will require energy. So what is elastic potential energy? When you use your fingers to stretch a rubber band and then you release it, what happens to the rubber band? So a rubber band is elastic, and when it is elastic and when you're stretching it, the energy is being stored inside it. And this energy will be released when you let go of it. The energy that will be released is called kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is also called movement energy, right? So when the rubber band is released, the energy is released and it flies off. Now, elastic potential energy is the energy stored in an elastic object, like a spring, for example, when it is pulled or pushed. The stretched rubber band in figure 12.5, the bent pole in figure 12.6, and the stretched springs of the trampoline in figure 12.7 all possess elastic potential energy. What work do these objects do when the stored energy in them is released? Okay, so can you tell me what each of these things does when the energy is released?